Where do you want to sit, Ariel? Where do you want to sit, Tess? Take your backpack off. Go in the back. You don't have to, no. Where do you want to sit? Okay, hold on. I'll sit beside you.
You see.
You want to sit between me and Papa? You want to sit between me and Papa? Yeah. That would be safer for you. Maybe. Okay, with your feet. Good.
All right.
Get your seatbelt.
All right.
Yes.
I think so. Oh, sorry. Thank you.
You sitting at one. Sitting at the front.
This might be a little tight on you.
Ah, this is
What?
Newsroom.
Absolutely.
Oh, lots of room.
Hey, Tess.
It hits you.
It's all good.
Amazing when you meet people who they know, meet people you knew.
Is that cameras on the back of your trailer?
Is this no, this is for the front. I do have a camera in the
Oh,
back.
yeah, it is for the front. Yeah, yeah.
Is this a condo or a hotel?
This one here, it's a hotel.
Oh, what's the name of it?
Residence by Marriott.
Resident. I didn't even know that. Okay. 'Cause
They have short-term, long-term stay here.
Yeah, I've been here before and I never knew what it was. I've only been here once or twice. I never knew what it was.
Yeah, everybody kind of misses it because it's so tucked in there. And
So it's a Residence Inn by Marriott.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was worrying last night at the ice cream store. I figured, geez, if I ever get separated, I have no idea where I'm going to stay.
Yeah, I don't even think it says it on the street.
That was your plan.
There's such a small sign. If you don't know where you're going, you'll just miss it.
Huh, yeah.
So many times people will come down here, and,
Yeah.
or if you order, what'd you order? That food thing there? Uber Eats or whatever, they cancel the order because they can't
Yeah,
find the
'cause-
place.
Oh, it does say it. Okay.
Yeah, just a
It's-
little sign.
It says it. You're right. Yeah.
Might be better off to say Zoe's restaurant.
Yeah, I pick people up here a lot too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a busy place.
Yeah, I pick up people there a lot.
They got a great tiki bar there.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. And you ever heard of a place called Ocean Manor?
No.
You ever heard of a town called Lauderdale by the Sea?
Yep.
Well, there's a condo in there called Ocean Manor that they turned it into a resort, and mostly only people. I mean, everybody owns the units, but nobody stays there. Everybody just lets it be run like a hotel.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a condo, but you'd never know it. They called it Ocean Manor Resort, but it's really a condo, and they have a tiki bar there. It's on by the pool, by the ocean, in the back, and people from all over the neighborhood, the locals go there.
Go there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, Ocean Manor. It's probably a lot said about that tiki bar over there because it's open late, and a lot of people complain that they're sleeping above it because they open late. They have like an entertainer there, starting at 6, and he probably goes till 10 or 11, and people are dancing and drinking, and people that are staying right there are always calling saying, "What's with the music? Stop the music." Most hotels don't do that, but that's a condo, and that's what they do. And if you stay there, that's what you have to put up with. But a lot of people like it, and that's why they go back. And a lot of people don't like it, and they don't go back.
Yeah, 10 o'clock isn't even that late, though. I don't know why they're complaining.
Yeah.
All the old fogies.
Yeah, it is old. They call it Millionaire Mile, and there's an ambulance on the street every day. It's one of the rare streets. It's called Gold Ocean Drive. You ever heard of Gold Ocean Drive?
No.
It's the only street that is east of the street that you're on.
Oh, okay.
So that was Ocean Drive or
Ocean Boulevard.
Ocean Boulevard. Okay, so as you go north, Ocean Boulevard turns into, well, I guess it turns into a couple of things, but there's only one road that's east of that, and it's a 1 mile road,
Okay.
and that's called Gold Ocean. It's on Oakland Park Boulevard. If you know that exit.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna actually pass that exit on the way to the airport. Well, Oakland Park Boulevard east to the beach. You can go one street even more east than that street that you guys are on,
Okay.
and that's they call that Millionaire Row. Even though I wouldn't, it's not really a great name these days. But in the '80s, it was that's the name.
was something, yeah.
That's the name they gave it in the '80s when
Huh.
all the senior citizens moved here and bought those condos for like $100,000,
Yeah.
and now they're like almost $1 million.
Oh, yeah.
But they're all moving out of there because of the maintenance costs and the taxes. So they're passing away now, and then they're moving. And now all Russians and all people from all over the country, all over the world, are scooping up these properties. So that neighborhood's changing dramatically. That Gold Ocean Mile, Lauderdale by the Sea neighborhood. Yeah.
Makes me a little nervous because down in Miami, we're staying in the Russian area that one time there. And
It's Sunny Isles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like,
Yeah, it's we have great property laws in Florida. You know, we have the homestead
yeah.
here, and our property values are solid here. And you know, it's a good place if you're a billionaire in another country, and you're looking to set your relatives up and save your money and secure your money. It makes sense to put them on a plane here and let them buy some property while they're here with your money.
Yeah.
Even if they get kicked out of the country, you still own the property. They can't take the property away from you. Like, and if a legal alien buys a piece of property here and they kick him out of the country, he still owns that property. He just is not allowed. He's not allowed to go to it. But if he owns it, he can what? He can borrow money from it and he can sell it.
Yeah.
So when Sunny Isles, I use that as that reminds me of the Russian oligarchy sending their families over here and their friends' daughters and all that to go live the life. And really, what they're doing is just holding the money for them in the condos that they bought. Yeah. You get a lot of that down here.
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic.
It is very interesting, yes, and I see it all the time because I pick people up on the beach all the time for 10 years, and I see how that's changed from that area, from literally senior citizens to young, beautiful Russian people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can you afford to be living here? I mean, what do you do? And they don't do anything. I pick them up. Yeah, I pick them up and bring them to the casinos. I pick them up and bring them to the beach. I pick them up and bring them to the airport, and I see what airlines they fly out of Miami, International Airlines, and a couple of times a year they hire me. I'm thinking, this is not normal in America. We don't live like that, you know. But when you realize that they're not Americans, then it all kind of clicks.
When you got a good uncle, it helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're talking about, you know, big money, because even the holding costs of those condos are tremendous. Even if you buy them, you know, the holding cost is crazy. That's why they want them. If anything, I would continue to call it Millionaire's Row, because even if you own the property, you got to still be a millionaire just to keep up with everything over there.
Exactly.
The taxes and the insurance and all that. I mean,
see, that's why I would never buy down here, because I keep seeing all these HOA fees and stuff.
It's the HOA fees. And what it is think about how silly this is. So you own the condo, no mortgage, but in the maintenance, you still have to pay insurance.
Correct.
But if you owned your house, you don't need insurance.
Exactly.
So that is, people don't talk about that dynamic. They do mention the HOAs, they always go up, they never go down. But in my opinion, I don't own my house yet, but I will in the next 10 years. I will if I stay on track and nothing bad happens. And then I am so looking forward to just getting rid of my insurance, right? But you could own your condo, and they're going to keep raising the insurance rates, which translate to your HOAs, and you can't get around that because you got to protect the building. You don't really own the building. You have no say. You have no say in the maintenance of that building. Now the president and the association can decide. And when you live in a building like that, oh man, just imagine all the maintenance to keep it up. That's a condo. Look at it. Then you're on the water with the seawall over there falling apart. Yeah, the docks. Yeah, so I can see why they still call it Millionaire Row, even though
it adds up.
Yeah, it adds up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of people we know, like on the other coast. We know what they pay for insurance and just jog.
You mean like Naples?
In Naples area, yeah.
Well, that's where. That's funny you say that, because that's where the predominantly that population from Gold Ocean Lauderdale by the Sea. Predominantly, they are going to the west coast of Florida.
Yeah.
They're going to Sarasota and Tampa and Naples and all those areas over there. Though they are more prone to hurricanes over there
Yes.
because they're in the Gulf. So you'll do, even though the insurance rates are not as high as they here, more likely you will get hit by a hurricane if you're in the Gulf than if you're here.
When you're dropping 9,000 or 10,000 a year just on insurance,
Yeah.
and then HOA fees on top of
Yeah.
that of whatever, a couple of thousand. a
Yeah, I
month.
think I'm paying about 7 or 8 right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I need 3 policies. So I need flood, I need liability, and then I need hazard.
Okay.
So hazard is windstorm, which is hurricane.
Yeah.
Liability is the house, the building, and
Yeah.
then flood is the in case it's a flood. So that's 3 policies every year. The hurricane one is the most expensive. Yeah. The
Crazy.
flood is through FEMA, so that's only $1,000 a year, but it's still $1,000 a year.
Exactly.
And FEMA gets to, all over the country, FEMA gets to designate what area is a flood zone. So only 2 years ago, my area is designated a flood zone. And I live right off this street. This is Federal Highway.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we might just take this right to the airport instead of getting on the
Sure.
highway. It's going fast, you know.
We're not in a hurry.
Okay, yeah, because if this backs up, we're going to the airport. If I stay on this goes right to the airport. But if it backed up, I was going to make a right and get on the highway, but it looks like the traffic's moving, so we could just stay on this and go right to the airport.
But you're lucky they're not open. They're not open till noon. I was gonna say detour.
Yeah, we're in Fort Lauderdale now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Fort Lauderdale. See, actually, look, see, right here it says it. Welcome to Fort Lauderdale. Yeah.
That's a video on
There's a video, it's a camera.
there. Yeah, but it
Hey.
reminds me of video.
Hey, attention! We're gonna go under the water. We're gonna go in a tunnel.
Yeah, right. You're right. Oh, so you know Fort Lauderdale, huh?
Oh yeah, I know this area
Oh, okay.
pretty well.
You know, I assume my people get in the van, they're going to the airport. I assume they're all tourists and they don't know anything. And then I shoot my mouth off, and there's always somebody that says, "Man, I know more about you than this town." And you might know more about me. Okay, I'll shut up.
Oh, don't shut up. Oh, hey, always learning something new.
All right, so
Like
see
you
that-
said about that
all right,
one
so
road.
this is very unusual. When churches are going out of business left and right, and they're knocking down churches and building townhouses, which is what they're doing.
Yep.
I don't know how they get away with it, but for some reason, the city is letting developers knock down churches and build townhouses and homes. But yet, this is one very popular church called Coleridge Presbyterian,
Yep.
that big tower, and there's actually a famous pastor that. Actually, there's always famous pastors. They come and go, sex scandals and all this stuff. But since this was founded, a lot of wealthy people in this area keep donating money. And look at this expansion they're in the middle of doing by adding this wing to the church. It's a very interesting thing. So this is under construction. You can see the construction worker.
Yeah.
That whole wing right now is being built as part of the church.
Wow.
So like I said, churches are getting knocked down, and look, this is what that church is doing. Millions probably to do that. And who pays for that? The people that live in this area. And this is where the Venice of America. If you are hip to how they label this area, this is East Fort Lauderdale, which they call the Venice of America, because the waterways on this in this neighborhood were all trenched out back in the 30s and 20s by the Army, and they used to have businesses on those waterways, and now they have $10-20 million homes. And I could show you right here what those waterways look like right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So as you can see, the reason why they call this the Venice of America is look how perfect those waterways are.
Yeah.
And these are all $10 million homes. See, now this guy is running a yacht company from his home, MCA Yachts. So that's probably the owner of MCA Yachts that has made enough money in his yachting business to buy this house. That's not a business. These are homes that one day, so these would be the most expensive ones. This guy probably knocked down the one next to it, maybe lands a helicopter there, or he has a 300-foot yacht and needed the dock space
Oh yeah.
to park. So this is why this area is so predominantly wealthy, it's because if you look at these trenches in here, I'm actually going north. I need to go south where it really gets big, which is right here. So this is the heart of why. There it is, Venice. You see. So this area right here, which is literally downtown Fort Lauderdale, if you could see how perfect everything is here. This is Las Olas Isles, right? Yeah. See, Las Olas goes right to the beach. This is where all spring break is happening right now. This is the main intercoastal, and then if you keep going down, that's where the cruise ships go out in Fort Lauderdale. So the reason why that's so special is you can have a $20 million sailboat in back of your house, and when you're ready to just go to Bahamas, all you got to do is go here, go through here, and now you're out in the Atlantic Ocean. You can go anywhere in the world. So people that have these giant yachts that you see on TV and stuff, they need places to put those yachts that they can just get on it anytime they want, not just leave it out in sea and drop the anchor, which they do probably live on the yacht, but they also want to be able to dock it at somewhere. And there's not too many places in our country that you can pull in a mega yacht. I mean, that's like huge, right?
Yeah.
But in Fort Lauderdale, it's always been known because of this waterway. So these homes would be the most expensive, the ones that are right here, pretty much, and the ones that are off the main waterways, because the main waterways can handle the biggest yachts. Yeah, especially, there's probably a lot of little sailboats in here dropping anchor. So that church is probably supported by a big part of this whole area right here. It's actually Coral Ridge, the church. And actually, I mentioned Lauderdale by the Sea before. So this is commercial. So if you make a left and go down to the beach, between Commercial and Oakland is where that Millionaire's Row is. It's actually, I'll show it to you. There it is right there, I think it is. Let me see. Yeah, Gold Mile.
There you go.
So here's Ocean Boulevard, right? Remember I said there was one street?
Yeah.
There, see, it's going east. There's the street. So it starts here. That's Oakland. It starts here. It goes east. It's a little two-way street, right? And then it stops and merges back into North Ocean. So this is the street that I picked you up on. I could have kept going straight.
Yeah.
I took US 1 to get you, but I could have kept going straight. But this is a very unique spot that goes east, and that place, Ocean Manor, is right there. That's the place that has the tiki bar. See, so it's right on the beach. Actually, look, that's the tiki. There it is. Look at that.
There it is.
That's the tiki bar. That thing right there. So that's funny. That's GPS is great. Yeah.
I'll definitely have to check it out next time we're down.
Yeah, so much to learn over here. So much to do.
Well, every time we're down, we always find something different.
Yeah, and I learned so much from talking to passengers. I'll tell you something else. Okay, you ever heard of the car dealer JM, like JM Lamuni or something?
Okay.
Well, there's a big guy in this town called Jim Moran who's owned dealerships his whole life. And check out this building. It's under construction right now. He just knocked down everything. There was a Macy's. They're knocking down the Macy's right now. But look at this building he just built. This is his foundation. I don't know what he does, but I know he's been a guy in this town that's had a lot of dealerships. It's called the Jim Moran Foundation, and for forever there used to be JM Pontiac and JM Cadillac and JM this and JM that, and this was the Macy's. So he knocked that down because he's building his parking lot there. So he built that big building, he knocked down whatever was there, and now they're knocking down the Macy's, and he's going to make his parking lot for his foundation. Jim Moran, yeah, he's him, Wayne Heisiger. You heard of Wayne Heisiger? No. He's another entrepreneur in Miami. Used to own Blockbuster Video. He owns Waste Management, which is the big waste company down here. Yeah, he's a very big guy down here. Him and Jim Moran are both like in the same category. Yeah, I think it's going to start getting crowded now, because we are going to get to the kind of like the heart of Fort Lauderdale, but I still think you said you're not in a hurry, right?
No.
So yeah, I'll stay on this road. We'll go right to the airport. We'll have to stop at some lights more and more as we get to downtown. We're going to go right through downtown Fort Lauderdale if we stay on this road. Yeah. Or we could take Fort Lauderdale Beach. It's just as quick. You guys want to take the beach route, or we want to stay on this road?
It's up to you.
I think I might want to take the beach. It is kind of quicker sometimes. It is spring break, but it is kind of cool to see. You can't really see the ocean where you guys are on the street. Here you can. Might be your last chance to see the ocean. Let's see how if I can make a left here. If I can make a left here easily, we are. If not, we'll go straight.
Yeah, all of them are. The whole month? Yeah. I told you before.
All the kids are down now. All the colleges are down now, yeah. Not all of them, but
Every area has a different week that they take, so not everybody's off at the same time. It goes for actually 6 weeks.
Maybe 1 or 2 breaks.
all right, we'll make a left since we have to stop. We'll make a left right here. If that light was green, I would have kept going, but since we're stopping, we'll make a left.
Cigar grill.
Yep.
The ticket for me to go from Lauderdale to Marriott didn't come through. All the other ones.
That means you have to stay.
Buddy,
I mean, I'm sure
What's up?
are we getting printed out tickets anyway?
Probably. It's always good to have this too. No, I don't think I got it.
Papa,
Yep.
when we like the mega track, we have to do the bonus on it. The bonus.
Yep. Okay. Can we put a couple loop-de-loops in there? I'll have to order some up.
What?
And then we'll put the power boosters on there too. We'll have to build it downstairs though. It's gonna be big.
Yeah, it's an F-150, but the
Yep.
You know, Grandma doesn't like the sound of those boosters there, the motors.
Drive me crazy.
You don't want to drive Grandma crazy, do you?
Maybe.
Papa,
Yeah.
so the mega track has to be upstairs to downstairs.
Well, we could figure that out.
Yeah, but with one of the boosters that don't go round.
And they market it like that when it first came out.
Yeah. I think we can angle it pretty good so it can go down the stairs. Exactly.
Oh, our flight's not until 2 o'clock, or did it just get pushed back?
What?
Our flight doesn't leave till 2.
The public has to go like this.
Brian's doing emissions testing now at
Do
the
the
shop.
loopy tube.
Is it?
Oh,
Brian
good.
is, yeah.
So now we can get free emission testing. That stupid law comes through.
Commercial vehicles?
Not sure. He says if your truck's blowing more smoke than a Friday night bonfire, bring it in. We'll get it checked out and keep you compliant. So it must be big trucks. Brian just keeps moving.
Look at this truck blocking the intersection.
Sure, why not?
Crazy.
I thought we had all the crazy
I
truckers.
thought we had all the new Canadians.
They're starting to build roundabouts,
Yeah.
so the trucks can't go down there anymore. Because if you build a roundabout, it won't give you the GPS won't send your truck down there.
Ah, okay.
So
okay.
they all use most of the trucks when they're in the neighborhoods use an app. It tells them if they can fit. So they're putting all these roundabouts now, so it doesn't show up on their app because
That's a good idea.
they break all the trees.
Yeah.
See all the trees here?
Yeah.
They break, and then the tree branches fall and they hit the car behind it, and they break the curbs because they can't make the turn. And then we keep our sewers on the corners.
Yeah.
So then they break the sewer, and it's really a big job to fix that when the sewer's and the concrete on the is broke just because the 18-wheeler made a turn. You know.
Yeah.
It happens like every day.
Well, we just built, our city just built a new roundabout down near the waterfront. and they built it tight, and transports aren't supposed to go down there, but of course they still go down
Yeah,
there.
usually they do like in the middle, they'll do a slope
Yeah.
and not a curb. Because if they do a curb, the 18-wheeler will just break the curb anyway. So that's what they're doing here. They do like a concrete slope, and then they put grass and a tree in the middle. So that way the 18-wheeler, even though he knows he's not supposed to be in there, when he does go in there, it just jacks his truck up, and it does mess up the pavers. It does leaves a black mark, but it's better than having broken concrete. That's at least they're kind of smart. Obviously, they should be. They're putting the roundabout so they don't go there. But at least if you do go there, I'll give you a way out of there, because some truckers might want to try to back out because they know once they get there they realize they can't make it, and you don't want a trucker backing it out in a neighborhood when he's never even been in that neighborhood.
Exactly.
So you don't ever want to back up an 18-wheeler really unless you're unloading in the dock, right? So it's smart. There's actually down these streets. This is Baby Drive, the very popular street which goes to the canals. This goes to that's the main intercoastal. You know that. But, down Bayview now, they did put roundabouts instead of four-way stops because they don't want any trucks down Bayview because those were all the big money homes are. Yeah. This is a brand new condo getting ready to be built right here. They knocked down a restaurant and building a condo right there.
They're just squeezing them everywhere.
Yeah. They're building another one here too. This was a marina that got knocked down recently, and they're going to build another one here too.
It's crazy how much money is out there.
Well, I mean, I always tell people that if you were a billionaire or whatever, you only have a certain amount of places in the world where people like you are just going to spend all their money.
Yep.
You don't want to be like going somewhere where a lot of other billionaires aren't spending their money, because then you feel like, what do they know that I don't know? That's how I look at it. Like, it makes sense. If they're all coming down here to build apartment buildings and spend money on $20 million home, well, if he did it and he's smart, why aren't I doing it? It's really all follow the leader. And South Florida has always been attracting that kind of wealth, and it feels like more and more, but maybe that's just the economy blowing up, but it feels like more and more they're knocking down things and building new things, and out of nowhere, like they just built this supermarket here. This was a parking lot, and they built a parking garage for the supermarket because they didn't even have enough space for the cars. This just opened like last month, this supermarket.
Oh, you're talking like we?
Yeah.
Oh, Silver Falls. They built it here. Because you build it. What was his name? Shell.
Well, at least they're building and not leaving things fall apart and decay.
Well, it looks like, believe it or not, it's so crazy that developers, like I heard there's a lot of guys from Brazil that are starting to do this now, probably with drug money, is what they do is they try to take over the condo to knock it down. So there's a small, like this is all very priceless real estate right here. That's the beach. So these old little places are kind of crappy, but they're probably Airbnb at $2,000 a day or something. But what they're doing is they're buying, let's say, a small condo building. Like that might be a condo building right there. It might be apartment. But say there's a small condo building that has 15 units, they'll go buy all 15 units. They'll make an offer to every one of those people, an offer they can't refuse, let's say. And then once they own every one of them, then they just get a lawyer, and the lawyer says you have to petition all the homeowners and then pay them off. So that's their way of buying a condo, knocking it down, and building something bigger, because here you're allowed to go higher than what the condo is. So they'll just go as high as the city will let them. So that's what I heard on the news, that's a lot of senior citizens are being approached from strangers that aren't even from this country, like from Brazil, saying that they'll give them $1 million for their condo, but the condo's only worth $500,000. And because to the developer, if he gives everybody $500,000 over what their value of their condo's worth, he still looks like he's making a fortune after he knocks it down, because the land alone is more money than what he
put out for the condos.
It's really weird, right? You would think, right? It's kind of weird, but the money of the land, if it's right here, is worth more than all the money that he paid for those condos, and then after laying out the money. Okay, so here's the beach to the left. This is Fort Lauderdale Beach. One of the only times you can drive down the beach and see the ocean and be on a street where it drives parallel with the ocean. I think Daytona and maybe not even Daytona. No, only here in Fort Lauderdale can you drive down the beach on a strip and see the ocean, see the boats, see the people swimming. And it starts here, but it gets more prominent down here. But it is a two-way, so the other way is more prominent.
Yeah.
This used to be a two-way. They changed it for spring break purposes. But this is why that's so special, because you literally are driving down the ocean. And it is faster this way because there's no lights. Where if we were on US 1, there'd be a light every mile.
Yeah.
And here, in a way, it's kind of cool because there's no traffic is slower, but as long as it's not too crowded, it actually moves faster because there's no lights. Sunrise will be the next light after that. That one we'll have to wait for. That's a big light. But after that, there's not another light really. Not really stop signs. Not really many lights.
Still cracking down on the beach drinking and stuff
They
like
just
that?
actually they
Before
just
spring break?
no, they just passed a law 2 weeks before spring break that you're not allowed to have an open container in Fort Lauderdale Beach anymore.
Oh, okay.
And they passed that law just because of spring break.
Yeah.
And the bars are all trying to fight it because a lot of these bars have an outdoor bar.
Correct.
And theoretically, they're saying, well, if we have an outdoor bar, what does that mean? And the police are saying they have to stay on your property.
Yeah.
They can't, once they get to the sidewalk, they're breaking the law. Where before, people would go bar hopping with the drink.
Yep.
And they would give them plastic cups with the name of the bar as a souvenir to take home with them. Now those days are over. You're not walking out of there with a Flanagan's cup like you used to, or whatever the cup says, you know. Elbow Room used to do it all the time, give away cups that say Elbow Room.
Yeah, I remember the Elbow Room.
Yeah, it's still there. The Elbow Room is packed right now. They probably got the upstairs going with all the kids. We're not going to pass it because that's the one way. So we're not going to pass the Elbow Room because that's only going south. That's only going north. We're going south.
Yeah.
This beach is deteriorating big time, and we have to pay $2,000 a year on our taxes just to replenish the sand because the cruise ships leave right about there. And when the cruise ships leave, they create a current, and that current takes all the sand out to the ocean.
Oh.
So if you look, when we get look how far back the lifeguard back the lifeguard stands are here.
Yeah.
And there's one place that we're going to drive and look where the lifeguard stand is literally 5 feet from that wall.
Wow.
And you'll see when we go over here, you'll see the beach, and it's very small. It's the beach is literally probably the width of just these two streets, and that's it. And then the wall happens. So once a year they send out a ship and a bunch of tubes that float on top.
Yep, with the dredge
And
out
they
there.
dredge, right?
Yeah.
They dredge it, and we're everybody that's in the zip code pays for it. And
Wow.
this is my zip code, so I pay for it. Yeah, it was $1,700 last year, and now I heard it's going up to $2,000. They say you want to live in Fort Lauderdale Beach, you got to help us. You got to help us fix the beach. That's what they're saying. Yeah.
Why? Well, there's a tourist tax down here too, so why not use that money to do it?
It's a good question.
I mean, there's a hotel tax, there's the
There's
tourist tax,
yeah.
there's the...
And not only that, they got these the ships are bigger and bigger, and the bigger the ship, the more of an undertow it makes. So it's not the Disney ship that's ruining the beach. It's like
The Icon of the Seas.
Icon, Allure, all those big giant ships are the ones that are creating that tow. See the sand. Look how close the water is. See the water?
So then they need to update their per person tax on everybody going on a cruise ship.
Man, dredging is not the answer. They've got to do something else. I know that doesn't seem like there's anything else, but dredging it sounds so silly to dredge, and then at the end of the year have to do it again, Yeah. Over here, look how far back the lifeguard stand is here. They can't even move it any back. It's literally, so here you can see how close it is. Right here. Look at the water's right there where those people are.
So you ever see those weird concrete, they got little arms sticking out all over? They should put those out about 300 feet out and build a false wall out there with those. Just drop them, and that should help.
Yeah, maybe. Like
be a lot cheaper. Yeah, it'd be a lot cheaper than dredging.
Yeah,
on the water burn.
But there is we do have about when the water gets to be about 20 feet out here, we do have a natural reef.
Okay.
And that could be why they don't want to do anything in the water, because everybody does scuba dive off this beach, especially down in Lauderdale by the pier. But in the morning, early morning hours when the water's flat, you always see scuba divers coming up there, because they say when the water hits 20 to 30 feet, there's a reef that goes up and down this coast. And look how far back the lifeguard stand is here. Yeah. It's literally right by the wall, and the sand drops right there, and then there's the water. So there's no sand. Like if they didn't dredge within 50 years, the ocean would be right here.
Yeah.
It does make it spectacular, kind of, that the sand and everything is so close to the street. I mean, everything is like right up against the street because there's no sand.
Is it? Okay.
Maybe you need to try it.
I've done it. It was scary. Scary.
Yeah, so there must not be a lot of schools out here now because Elbow Room's not busy. So
Yeah, it's not too bad.
there was a couple of days ago, so they switched. But maybe I wouldn't say it's over, but there's maybe not the schools that were here left. There's still one school, like these girls are in school, but there's not. Normally this time they're all coming out now, so this is not going to be a busy day for spring break, I don't think. That's why they put these gates here. All these gates are for spring break. Normally there's no gates. This is so the kids don't cross the street and get hit by a car when they're drinking.
You laugh, Chelsea, but we know you've done that before.
I found myself in some really silly traffic situations in Vegas for sure. We in a group of 9 girls. No, not 9 girls. We were 26.
There you go, my rope.
Tour's over.
There you go.
Not his car.
Getting out.
I wouldn't be embarrassed. We drive a 2009 Montana still.
You see the car? Whoa.
The yellow one.
A yellow one, yeah. Pretty fancy, eh?
Yeah, but I don't want to have that one.
Okay, cool.
The Autobahn.
I thought you liked Pat's car yesterday.
Well, I actually like this one.
That one's a lot nicer than Pat's car.
You like the yellow? Yeah.
What's the worth of that thing?
Oh, I could bet that on a bunch of that one, you know that.
Like 800.
I don't know if there's that. But there is additions to that.
You know that car in August with the air conditioner on
Yeah.
is almost on the verge of going on fire.
Oh, I believe it.
I've seen it. I've seen the fire come out of the back of those pipes and melt the whole back bumper. Just sitting in traffic in August.
Yeah.
If they have the AC on and they're idling for more than 15, 20 minutes, the whole car is spitting fire and just wants to burn up. Not made for, you know.
Not made for this. You can't take it out a second.
When I was one of my schools, this guy, doctor, 6 foot.
But again, rich Russians, lots of money.
Yeah.
He didn't get out of it. He just unfolded it. It was crazy.
Yeah, Fort Lauderdale has a Ferrari dealership.
Basically,
You're so low. You're so low. It's not actually up there for the building.
well, even a vet, I mean, geez, years ago, like a vet, you go by transport, and I mean, you're underneath the.
So, I was doing a Corvette. My buddy got a Corvette. It was a red one. And it was like a early 1970s. So it was the kind that really was like really rounded. Like had the really rounded fenders. And we wanted to go to Eastbound weekend.
We outraced that yellow car.
Yeah.
You beat 'em.
Doesn't mean that they're good drivers. They're just rich. They're just rich.
Put 2 pieces of beer between us on the center console.
Good.
And we put the canoe on the roof, tied it down to the back, had a good luggage drop on the trunk.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
whatever you call the trunk, because and
Whoa,
it
whoa.
on the front bumper. So we get to the dirt road and it was like 13 kilometers. As soon as we get there, it's still looking good.
You can see a cruise ship if you look to the left.
We just got off one.
Oh yeah, which one?
See, look at that. Independence.
Nice.
So ships.
Well, it doesn't have a trunk. And he's like, no, why don't you strap this canoe down? He's like, looking. And then when we had to get out of the car, we couldn't open the door. Somehow we had the canoe strapped down, so we had to crawl out the window. She did. She flew her red so bad.
Man, this person. Something's going on with this person.
He let you go for engine
For humor. Yeah, he's like, you know what, you can't have the people do it. He's like, but they're closed cases. You're on the dirt road now. He's like, how are we going to make your canoe? It's like, you guys or something happens.
Yeah, if you can do this,
It was all roped back in those days. He was no ratchet straps or anything. So the thing is that, you know, the canoes are curved. Like, the canoe came down so far, you couldn't see it. You couldn't even see in front of you. You had to like look out the window basically to watch where you're going. It's like, yeah. I think I was 16 and he was 18. 19. Yeah, it's cheap. I don't know where you got that car from. It must have been legal. So let's go.
you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
It's probably something illegal vehicles ever had.
Laser alert. Signal stored.
Gas is going up.
Every one that drinks it off the van goes up 10 cents. Oh, it's cash or credit. They charge you more for credit card. Oh yeah, it's credit.
Yeah, wasn't it $1 more or something?
10 cents more per gallon. Still nice to know. Cash is king.
Oh, yeah.
Our wonderful bottle of rose.
Caution, red light camera ahead.
There's my cigar store.
You've reached your marked location.
Gotta get all my cigars from there.
Yes, on the train. Craft, white pole.
going to?
Porter.
Porter, okay. I think that's, are you going to Canada?
Yeah.
Oh, you're Canadians, okay. Right. Porter's only Canadian. Matter of fact, Porter's losing a lot of luggage.
Yes.
Yes, I have a lot of. I had to give some Canadians my clothes and my suitcase in the back. If you look in the back, you'll see a polka dot suitcase, and I had to give some passengers from Canada, Ontario, that landed from Porter. They were crying. The girls were crying. The guys weren't crying. The girls were crying. They were going on a week cruise. They had no clothes. Porter lost all their luggage.
Yeah.
They canceled their flight. They took Delta back home.
Absolutely. That's why we only do carry-on with Porter.
They lost all their luggage. The girls were crying. I gave them my Nike flip-flops. I gave them my Nike shirts. I gave them everything. But they gave it back to me because I was picking them up after the cruise.
Oh, right on.
But they used it for a week, and they were all very happy. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. Yeah. They said they'll never fly Porter again. I said, okay, try Flair. Maybe that's better. And then try Air Canada. And then try Delta.
You know what? Never had an issue with Delta.
Yeah, because Delta's American. That's why. That's America. America don't put up with that. All the social media would ruin them. All their customer service is based upon their reviews and their social media. That's all they care about.
Exactly.
You really don't even care about the customers. They just care about the reviews.
Yeah.
They just want to do just good enough so the reviews aren't bad. If the reviews are bad, that's the only thing that'll make them change. Yeah. You know, Porter doesn't even have real-time flight status. So if I wanted to go type in your I think it's PD. Is Porter PD?
Yeah.
PD. If I typed in PD with the flight number, I don't believe it comes up with the status.
It doesn't a lot of times.
Maybe it does now. Well, maybe it does now. But I remember when Porter first came online here at Fort Lauderdale and Flair, you try to check the flight online to see if the flight's on time, and it would just tell you the arrival time. It wouldn't tell you the updated status. And I'm like, what a rinky-dink airline. How are you going to track the flight? I mean, how can you have an airline when you can't track the flight? And when you're picking people up, that's the most important thing.
Exactly.
How do if the flight's late, you got to give it to another driver. If the Flair flight or the Porter's flight's late, we're going to have to cancel it right there and then give the money back. And now you're out of luck. That's
If
what.
you're having troubles with that, go to a website called ADSB Exchange.
Oh yeah.
And it tracks the tail number of the aircraft, and it's like through the FAA.
Really?
Yeah. So even though like say Porter or any other airline won't have.
Hold on. I'm going to write that down in case of an emergency. Hold on. What is it?
ADSB Exchange.
EDSB?
ADSB.
Oh, A.
Yeah,
Is it .com?
ADSB Exchange. If you just type that in, ADSB Exchange, it'll give you live tracking of all the aircraft in the sky, and you can track it by the tail number or the company number.
So I can put Flair. It'll tell me where all the Flair flights are.
Yeah.
ESB.
Yeah, that's it.
EDS.
Yeah, that's right.
I got dyslexia. ADSB Exchange.
Yeah, that's right. Because we use it all the time. I work here with aviation.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
There's one guarantee that I can guarantee is Porter will always be late.
Any kind of flight you can do. So even if you can't fly
Always
it,
delayed.
One way you can
Doesn't matter where you're going.
Yeah,
They're
man.
always delayed.
Yeah, that's not good. Normally, I think Porter's Terminal 4.
3.
Is it 3?
Yeah.
Okay, so so this is usually where the Canadians go right here, because the Canadians
It's
go
Air
to
Canada, yeah.
Air Canada and Delta, yeah. I thought they moved Porter to 4. We'll see.
It's just like a registry, so it's like I don't know. They came up with new rules for aircraft separation, so how close you can put aircraft together, and then they put it online, basically, so anybody can check it out. It's like the only flights that are done on
Hold it in, please.
It's a $300 cleanup charge.
No, I'll tell you a quick story because we have time. So I'm at the port, and when you're dropping people off at Port Miami, sometimes there's like 7, 8 ships there,
Yeah.
and you're literally stuck on that island for an hour, right?
Yeah.
So here it is. I'm with passengers. We just get out of the tunnel. We've already been in the van for an hour, and it was a kind of a young family and a couple of people, and woman said, "I got to pee, honey," and he goes, "Okay, hold it there." 10 minutes later, "Oh, honey, I can't hold it anymore." And he goes, "Driver," and when he said that, I says, "Okay, would you like me to pull over, and you want to squat?" And she goes, "What?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah." I said, where are you gonna go?"
Exactly.
And then they look around out the window, and we're on the island, and the only way to go on the island is the terminals.
Yeah.
And you can't walk to the terminals, and even if you were walking to the terminals, good luck trying to find the bathroom, if there was a bathroom, and if there's got to be a huge line in the bathroom, and you're a female. Squat. Yeah, you got to squat. So she goes, "I'm not squatting, never mind." I said, "Okay." So another 20 minutes go by. She goes, "Okay, I'll squat." So I says, and you know, all I'm gonna do is open the door and then come back sitting here, and then when you're done, I'm gonna get out and close the door. So I'm just gonna, and they said, "Okay," because you can't open these doors from the inside anyway. So I did that. So I had to pull over. We're in traffic. I pull over, and the traffic was moving slower than this. It was just really like, it was just standstill traffic. And then she gets back in. She goes, "Oh, thank you." She hands me a $20 bill. She's all happy. Woohoo! Turn the music up. That's okay. So as I go up now, a police officer goes in front of me.
Oh no.
And puts his hand like that, and he told me to roll down the window. "Yes, sir." He says, "You know I could take you to jail for that?" I said, "For what?" This is like 20 minutes later. He said, "We have her on camera. Squatting outside your van." He says, "They're all laughing at it in the office, but I'm not laughing. That's against the law." I said, "But it's against the law for her, right? Not for me." He goes, "No, it's against the law for you, because you told her she could do it.
You allowed her to.
She asked you to. She didn't ask you to do it. I know you. You told her she could do it. She told you she had to go," and he knew everything. He knew everything. He said, "She told you she had to go to the bathroom, right?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "And you told her that you could pull over and she could do that, right?" And I went, "Yeah, I did." He goes, "That's right. It's your fault she did that, not her fault. She actually followed your instructions, didn't she?" And then they tried to defend me. And, "No, officer, no. Please, this is between me and the driver." And he says, "I know you. I'm not going to ask you for your ID and everything because I know who you are." He says, "But if you ever do that again, I'm taking you to jail. I'm going to tow your van." He goes, "I'm not going to say," he says, "I'm not going to revoke your license or revoke your permit, but that'll be your first warning. And then if you do it," he goes, "This is your first warning." He says, he goes, "When I take you to jail and take your van away, it'll be your second warning. And on your third warning, you'll never be allowed on this island again." He goes, "Do you understand that?" I said, "Yes, sir." Wow. He took a picture of the van. He knows who I am, and that's my first warning.
Wow. So
if I do it again, and everything's under camera, they know the name of the company because the company's on the side of the van. There's hidden cameras and there's regular cameras. So now, if somebody did that again, I wouldn't be able to let them out. I'd have to tell the woman, "I'm sorry." I'd have to tell her that story I just told you, and say, "You're on your own back there," which is unfortunate because, that's something that's, inevitable when you're taking long trips. I go to Orlando a lot, not a lot, a couple of times a year, and I tell people I'll let you stop twice. I mean, it's a 4-hour drive.
Yeah.
I'll let you stop twice, but make it quick. I say it ahead of time so I don't feel guilty. I figure I'm taking a 4-hour drive. I'll stop twice. I don't even have to stop for gas. This van could go 4 hours without gas, but I stop out of respect. Let them not feel uncomfortable. But when you're going in a tunnel from downtown, there is nowhere to stop, and you are in the van for over an hour, and people are drinking. It's Saturday morning. Of course they're going to have to go to the bathroom. They really do expect these people to go to the bathroom in the van? I mean, it's really ridiculous. So anyway, that's my story. Do they have portable toilets? Because if they do, then maybe that would be something I'll put on.
You know what? It's about this big, and it flattens down to about this big. It all
Where do you buy it?
up.
Online?
On Amazon.
Amazon. Portable toilet, it's called?
Absolutely.
I'm going to text my girlfriend right now. Tell her what to buy me for my birthday.
That's a little
My
bag
you want to
that's
go?
in
You can
there.
go. Go ahead. You can go. If you can fit, you can go. Yeah, portable toilet. I'm gonna buy one for my
So you throw it in the trailer.
I'm gonna tell my girlfriend to tell my girlfriend to buy it for me. Portable toilet. Yeah.
Is this the terminal that we're getting off in?
He told me 3. I think it's 4. We're gonna see who's right.
Is this 3?
This is 3. I think
This is 3.
I think they moved it to 4, but I could be wrong
Terminal.
because I came here 2 days ago and I believe it was 4. But we'll
Okay.
see. Yeah. Right now they're building Terminal 5 right now at Fort Lauderdale, and it's going to be Spirit's hub. So Spirit's number 4, so they're rearranging 4. So 4 is going to 5, and then they're going to open up 4, and I think all the little airlines are going to 4
So
now.
it's gonna get even busier here.
Yeah, they're adding another. Yeah, they're adding another. You see, Porter's not here. Porter's 4 now. Porter was 3, and now it's 4.
Yeah, see Porter on the side right there.
Oh, you do? Okay. Oh, you're right. Okay, this for you. Okay, my
Is
bad.
this it right here?
No, he's right. It's right up here. He's right.
Let me on that.
Maybe it was Flair. Maybe it was Flair that went to 4.
He's gonna pee bad. Usually it's me.
All right. Well,
I
well
lost
yeah,
the water thinking it was gonna be
We're almost out.
I'm gonna let you out right here. I'm gonna let you right here because any of these doors go to the terminal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you out right here.
I think they're like, oh, I'm gonna drink tons of water this morning. Yeah, great idea.
No, not really.
Okay, here I go. Hold it in, please.
Look out, Ralph. You're late.
Are we all getting out here?
Yeah.
Oh.
But Tyler's getting up first.
Yeah, I'm going to the
I gotta go
bathroom
pee
after the
too.
game.
I say, speaking as a guy, it's so much easier as a guy. I mean,
Exactly.
come on, I don't got to go into why. It's so much easier.
Chelsea, I dropped my phone in there. Can you grab it?
Charlie dropped his phone in there.
Yeah, make sure you don't forget anything in the bag.
Wait.
I'll put all your
Papa
luggage
to
on the
get you.
sidewalk. Watch your head.
Papa, can you hold his hand? Tyler, no.
I just want to make sure she thinks my phone. You see my phone,
I
John?
got it.
I know what it's like to have to go to the bathroom. Trust me. Chelsea's been through my horror.
Remember when we were on that tunnel in Duluth? Or, sorry, Ridge? Good day.
Oh my God. Get Taz's bag? Yeah. You got everything, sweetie?
That's what I'm talking about, baby. These Canadians, huh? The ones that come here. Look at that. 2, 4, 6, $70. 2, 4, $70. Look at that. Now that's a good tip. $70 tip. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. That'll buy me breakfast.